I'm Adi, ILTV's host of Flavors of Israel. Here, we'll take you on a culinary adventure with each episode featuring a guest chef, and they will show us their take on Israeli cuisine. Let's go ahead and take a look. What is Israeli food? Well, most Israelis embrace the well-known Mediterranean cuisine like pita, hummus, and falafel. But immigrants from all over the world have brought their touch into the term Israeli cuisine, and we now have a very diverse culinary country. This is Ruti, a Portuguese food expert who immigrated to Israel in 1991. She had the privilege of serving on the staff of First Ambassador of Portugal when their embassy first opened in Israel. And having fallen in love with her new life in Israel, Ruti decided to stay, a decision she has not regretted. So what else do we need?
We would need some peppers and some tomatoes.
Okay.
So we'll choose the peppers.
Do you need red? I see this is
yeah,
gorgeous
I'll take these
combination.
Ones that have a nice combination of colors.
Gorgeous. We can get the fish here.
We have some Denise and some lavrak, and everything is fresh now.
Wow.
All fish from the Mediterranean.
So Ruti, how do you choose your fish?
I always look and see what looks really fresh, because that's the most important. And for what we're going to cook today, any white fish would do. So I decided that I would take a bit of the Denise and a bit of the lavrak. Perfect. Yofi. Toda rabah, Yom Tov.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was, and we got really good fresh fish.
What next?
So we'll head up and buy the rest of the ingredients.
Okay.
I need some olives for one of the dishes, and it has to be unpitted.
Okay.
Maybe you go ahead and try one.
There's
Wow,
so
they
many
all
different
look
kinds.
so many different types, and they all look so good. So I think I'm gonna take this bottle.
Okay.
We need some more chorizos and some alcohol in order to flambe, so maybe we can go into this butchery. Yeah. Shalom. Toda rabah.
This is usually where I buy my bread. It's so fresh here. I love it.
אפשר לקבל בגט בבקשה?
So Ruti, we got everything we need?
Yeah, I think we can start heading back and start our cooking.
Yeah,
Great.
let's go.
That's
that was
exciting.
so much fun.
Yeah.
I am so excited to be cooking some Portuguese dishes here.
So we're going to do 4 typical Portuguese dishes. We're going to start with the chouriço, which are Portuguese sausages. And we'll be making green peas with poached eggs, which are called ervilhas com ovos escalfados. We will use the fish in order to make the typical Portuguese fish soup, which is called caldeirada. And then at the end, we will be serving Portuguese national dish, which is bacalhau. Now that we're going to start cooking, I think the most important would be to serve you a cup of Portuguese wine. Chin chin, l'chaim.
I'm so excited.
So am I. And in Portuguese we say saúde. So we are putting first of all the eggs to boil. And now we can start by washing our vegetables. Adi, I have to tell you a little confidence. I have a problem with onions, and now I brought some rubber gloves so that we can chop the onion and not have to touch it. So
or cry, or we're still
cry,
gonna cry.
exactly.
Okay. So what next?
So now we're gonna chop some of the tomatoes and peppers. We can start frying the onions, both for the bacalhau and for the fish soup. And I'm gonna use the olive oil that we bought at the market.
Oh. Ruti's trying to get me drunk.
It's port wine. It's from the Douro region, from the north of Portugal.
Okay.
So now I'm getting the onion out.
Okay.
And most of the onion will be used for the codfish. But we'll leave some here. We'll stew the rest of the vegetables in the same olive oil.
Ooh, that smells.
And now I will start peeling some potatoes as well.
So just keep mixing it until it gets a little brown? Or
yeah, until it's like a stew.
So I was about to burn this. Whoopsie to the rescue.
No, we'll add some water now.
Okay.
And now that the tomatoes are already soft.
Right.
And maybe meanwhile you can put a bit of salt, pepper, and lots of paprika.
We'll see, how much do I put?
A lot of pepper, because it's nice when it's a bit spicy.
Perfect.
Good.
Some hand movement.
That's
here.
good. Thank you.
Okay.
And now some paprika. We use sweet paprika.
Okay. More?
More, so that it gets a nice reddish color.
Okay. So, Portuguese dishes, is it spicy?
Portugal, the mainland in Europe, we don't eat spicy. People who come from Africa usually eat quite spicy, and they use piri-piri, which are the little red peppers, and they put it either in olive oil or in whiskey. Or
in whiskey?
Yeah, and then it's really spicy.
Are these the dishes that your kids grew up on?
The fish soup, definitely. The bacalhau, sometimes it's difficult to find it in Israel.
Right.
So when I go back to Portugal, I always bring with me because it's a dried fish.
Right.
I think now we can add the fish.
Okay. So are we putting all of it?
I think we'll put half of this.
Okay. And from the other one also?
Now we have to let it cook. We can close the lid and we'll just leave it on the fire for a while.
So, Ruti, when did you make Aliyah?
So I came here in 1991 as a young diplomat with the first ambassador of Portugal. At the time, there were no diplomatic ties between Israel and Portugal. And I was assigned here to come and do the opening of the Portuguese embassy.
Wow.
I came by myself, and then later on I met the father of my kids here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting to cry.
Same here, I'm like looking down. We both have crying eyes. Forgive us. What is the difference between the Israeli and the Portuguese cuisine?
Portuguese cuisine is basically a very simple cuisine.
Okay.
And we use always fresh produce because we're very lucky, and we have a lovely and long coastline.
Yeah.
We eat basically less salads and mainly a lot of potatoes and always
That's very different from Israeli food.
Yeah, I did adapt myself a bit more to Israel. Especially because here the fresh produce and the vegetables are so nice, and it's so rich and so fresh. I am Jewish. I was born to a Jewish home, so it was a perfect setup. I was here representing the country where I was born, and at the same time I got the chance to be here. So it was really a win-win situation. I love being in Israel. This is a typical Portuguese dish. It's called, like I said before, cataplana.
Yeah.
It comes from the south of Portugal, from a region called Alentejo. We'll put a bit of olive oil.
Okay.
And we'll stew some tomatoes in order to make a bit of sauce. And then we need to put salt and pepper. Now we're adding the peas once the tomatoes are soft.
Okay. It smells so good. I wait until it boils.
The longer it stays on fire, the tastier it gets.
Yeah.
Once the potatoes are softer, then we can start preparing our bacalhau.
Okay.
We're going to use the boiled eggs for decorating the codfish.
Okay.
And we're going to split the white from the yellows. And we're grating the...
So we're only using the white?
No, we'll use both.
Okay.
I'm going to check on the peas. I'm going to open the cataplana. It's coming along really pretty. Yeah, it's good.
It really is like a shakshuka.
Yeah,
wow.
Yes, very similar, but with peas instead of tomato.
So I'm gonna go ahead and check on the soup. Ooh, it's hot. Wow, tastes delicious.
So now you understand why I love Israel, and I'll never leave this place.
I understand.
It's so beautiful. I love living here.
Yeah. You came here, you're all alone.
Yeah, but I never felt alone. I came here, and a bit later my sister arrived as well. And I have a lot of friends, and I know a lot of people. People have always been very welcoming, and really I've always felt very much at home here.
Right. Do you ever think of going back?
No, we were away for a couple of years, but I really miss Israel when I was away, and I love living here.
So it's home for you?
Yeah. The climate is perfect, the food is delicious, very good wines. Now we can start with our codfish.
Yeah.
We'll do a layer of potatoes, a layer of codfish, a layer of onion, and a bit of egg. We'll leave it in the oven a bit, and once it's ready, then we'll put the olives and a bit of parsley.
Okay. Looks
really nice.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So potato is a really big thing in
Portuguese people eat a lot of potatoes.
I can tell.
Yeah. For many, many years, the economic situation of Portugal was not the best, and potato is something very filling. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can switch it off as well.
We're done making the shakshuka.
The shakshuka, yeah. And the fish soup is almost all ready.
Okay.
And now we can do the sausages.
The appetizers are on their way.
Slice, just doing some cuts in the sausage.
So what is that for?
So that they can, the juice can come out, and also that they get cooked from both sides. We'll spill some alcohol. It's like some eau de vie, aguardiente.
Okay, if we did not say she wants to get us drunk, she wants to get us drunk.
Yeah. And now we need to lit. Oh, now it's flambe. Perfect. I'll bring a fork because in a little while we have to turn sides.
This is amazing. I have not done this ever, but I'm so excited to eat this. Hello, little buddy!
Yeah, Santi, you're happy. You smell it. So Adi, I think the bacalhau is ready, so we'll just get it out of the oven.
That looks delicious.
I hope. And now we'll just add a few of the black olives and the green olives.
Looks so pretty. Wow. It's smoky and it goes so well with the bread.
With the bread. Let's start with the caldeirada. It's a very rich soup. It's usually what the fishermen cook while they're at sea.
This is incredible. So good.
We already started with the fish, so let's have some of the bacalhau.
Rumba, rumba, rumba.
Wow. Mamash, it's like a quiche.
Yeah, it is like a quiche, you're right.
So, for the last but not least, my shakshuka.
Yeah, now we're having the ervilhas com ovos escalfados.
Ready? Wow. Ruti, thank you so much. This was incredible. The dishes were amazing. I recommend all the Portuguese recipes, really.
L'chaim, chin chin.
I had a blast cooking and learning about the Portuguese cuisine with Ruti. So of course, when she invited me to check out a local Portuguese restaurant, I couldn't say no. So Ruti, where are you taking me today?
So after we cooked in the house Portuguese dishes, I decided to bring you today to the only Portuguese restaurant in Tel Aviv, which is called the Chernichovsky 6.
Okay.
He brings a wide variety of Portuguese wines. So I think we'll have a nice time. You can see already the Portuguese flag there.
I'm the restaurant owner and the chef in Chernichovsky 6. I'm also a wine importer I import several wines from Portugal.
This wine, one of the wines that is specially produced for the restaurant.
7 years ago, I discovered Portuguese wines. Then I decide with a friend to start to import the wine. I decide to adapt the Portuguese spirit to the restaurant as well. I thought it will be nice to have not only the wine and the food together. Cheers.
Cheers.
Rosé from Douro Valley. 100% Touriga Nacional. Touriga Nacional, it's the main grape in Portugal. It's like the Cabernet Sauvignon of Portugal. It's the oldest country who produce wine in the world. Hello.
Hey.
This is my kitchen.
So tell me, Ayal, what are we making today?
A good meal in Portugal, they start with soup. So I make a Portuguese soup called caldo verde.
How do you make the broth?
Based on onion, some garlic and potato, and then you crush everything. You make it like a soup all together. You add, we call it, it's a green cabbage, like kale. In Portugal, you see it a lot. I put it on the stove. You can serve it either vegetarian like this, or you can add chorizo. You can have it in Israel, nice sausage like this. So the soup is ready. I put some of the broth. The kale kept its color. Voila. Let's go eat.
Wow, this looks so good. The smell is so strong. I'm so excited to try this.
Enjoy your soup.
Wow, this is delicious. I love it. If this was the starter, I cannot even imagine what's coming next.
Next dish will be pastéis bacalhau, which is salted cod and potato patties. I make it with a special sauce, including coconut milk and tomatoes. Instead of just serving fried patties on a plate, because it's a restaurant and you need
you have to make it
a little fancy. So I make the sauce.
Okay.
For the sauce, I add the patties and I garnish it with coriander.
Wow.
Let's work.
Yeah.
The Portuguese use a lot of cilantro. Cilantro in Portugal, it's a little soft. It's not too strong like here. So now we feel like at home.
Right.
We're both in the kitchen and we can eat here. We don't have to go outside and yada, yada, yada.
So let's try it.
Let's try.
Deep.
Bite.
Wow.
What do you think?
This is delicious. Wow. Delicious. So what's next?
So next we will make main course.
Okay.
We will make Portuguese beef stew. There is inside vegetables, like roots vegetables. I will add some beans inside and some cabbage.
Wow.
It will be nice.
Yeah. Let's try it.
I separate it so it will look nice, so the beans will stay white, and then you heat it up. You make nice fried potatoes on the side. Boom, boom, boom. So the potatoes I roast on a kosher salt on a tray before I fried it.
Why?
So it's release a little bit of the liquid of the water of the potatoes, and then it became dry and soft. And then I give it a little fried, and it's make it like a crispy and good chips.
And you're twisted to it.
Yeah. So the stew is warm. I put it on a plate. Nice. So you have something to dip also. This will be enough. Right, Adi?
More than enough.
And then I take some of the fried potatoes.
Wow. It's like instead of breads.
You see a lot of Italian restaurants in Israel, and a lot of kind of Israeli restaurants, and some French restaurants. But no one did Portuguese. This is make me, as a restaurant owner and the chef, different than everybody else.
Right. So let's make a little toast. Fine.
So we're gonna eat this beef stew with a nice wine from Alentejo.
This looks delicious. Wow. This is amazing. One of the best meats I've ever tasted.
Yes?
I'm not kidding.
Thank you.
Wow, it's still soft.
Very homey.
It melts in your mouth. Let's take a bite of the potato. Wow, it's crispy. Thank you for showing me the Portugal in the city of Tel Aviv. Like, there's no other place I'd rather taste Portuguese food in Tel Aviv. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this.
Now after we finish, we're gonna have a glass of port, but you're not gonna see it.
Only for us. Portuguese people like to get me drunk.